Hello and welcome to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. I'm Gilly Rosari. That is my main man, Larry Loper. And we are coming to you on this brand new 2026. The date is January 6th. And we have NFL playoffs, all that good stuff. We've got regular season awards. But first, Larry, let's get into Black Monday strikes again.
Again.
Again, as our friends up north would say. Again.
Again.
Not
Man, oh
only
man.
did we have people lose their jobs on Black Monday, we
Yeah.
had somebody lose it on Sunday, and we had somebody lose it on Tuesday. So let's get into it. 7 openings. I've got the questions. Who got it right? Who got lucky? Who got screwed? And what's the best job opening if you had to pick? Now, let's go into who got it right. Out of the 7 openings, who were you like, yeah, I think this guy had to go? May not have been that he did a bad job. Maybe he did. But maybe it was time for a new voice. You're somewhere for so long, things get stale. You kind of got to re energize the franchise. Who do you think got it right?
For me, man, the first guy on this list, man, to get it right was John Harbaugh. I told you that it was going to be determined if they did not win that game, which they didn't win the game, that was going to be the determined factor if he's going to stay or go. And I was right. You know, you blew that game. They won. They was winning the game. They were dominating the game. It's the same story. You know, this time when no DJ Metcalf, with no DK Metcalf, you don't lose a game like that. Why do you stop running from Derrick Henry? You know, why is you I just don't understand it. This is like everything was lined up for you to win this game, and it comes down to coaching. At the end of the day, it comes down to coaching. Comes down to coaching, man. I'm not gonna talk about the personnel, none of that stuff, man. Y'all were winning the game into the fourth quarter. So yeah, it's a new direction. Maybe a new mouthpiece, a new sense of leadership. You know, it's just the same old, same old. And you know, Harbaugh, he'll get another job somewhere else. He'll definitely get one. One of these openings, he'll get another job. And I don't know if Baltimore is going to be that prolific next year with the new coach. I just don't think that they're going to transition where there is going to be explosive. You know what I mean? So for me, I thought that Harbaugh was a smart decision, good decision. It was time to move on.
I agree, but I don't agree with the last game. Yes, they had a lead and they coughed up the lead, but with the game winding down, they hit a big pass play to set up a 44-yard field goal.
Yeah.
That kicker had not missed anything under 50 all year. And it's right down the middle, and he missed it. As soon as he made contact with the ball, it veered right. And it had nothing to do with the wind. He lifted up his head. They don't keep their head down. That's usually a problem. I can't blame Harbaugh because his rookie kicker missed a 44-yard makeable field goal. You saw Lamar Jackson's face. You saw Derrick Henry's face. They thought it was in the bag, and the kicker choked. He succumbed to the pressure. To me, that game, I don't put that on Harbaugh.
Okay.
I now I can see him still being replaced in totality because you and I both thought when the season started that the Ravens had the best personnel and they wind up not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I can see them making a change. I'm just not putting the last game on him.
I can agree
You
with
did
that.
say last week it comes down to that game, win or lose. Ravens win, he's in. Ravens lose, he's out, just like with Tomlin. Steelers win, he's in. Steelers lose, he's out. So you're consistent.
Yeah.
And the end result is the end result. I'm just saying with that game, I'm not putting that on Harbaugh.
And I can agree.
That kicker's got to make that kick.
I can agree with that, man. I can agree with that. You're right. The kicker got to nail it. Unfortunately, they lost. my man to being a drunk or whatever he did in the off season that got himself fired. One of the greatest kickers that ever
Oh,
did.
it was worse than being a drunk.
Oh
There
yeah.
were there were some women saying he was acting inappropriately
Oh, okay. Well,
around it.
yeah, it was just from that right there. Then he's a rookie, man. Big moment, big moment, big moment. You know, and unfortunately, he choked at the wrong moment. He did Ace Ventura. Laces out,
Mm,
aces out. You
I,
feel me?
mhm.
But outside of that, man, we had a couple other coaches, man, that got the axe, man, which deservedly should have got the axe. And next on that list was I knew I honestly didn't think that the guy was going to go. I thought he deserved to go, and you definitely said he deserved to go. I thought that Arthur Blank, being Arthur Blank, was going to let this guy get another year because how they
Mhm.
finished the year. But you said no, he should go because you said the totality of the year it should not be condensed to that one second half of the year, not even the whole second half, towards the latter couple games. So you were right, Gil, 100% right. Raheem Morris, he had to go. And then as I thought and reflecting on it, with that personnel, they made the right decisions in the offseason to build the defense up, which they did. And for y'all not to make especially in a weak division, the team that won the division technically lost but won. You know what I mean? And they came in with a
Mhm.
losing record. We don't believe that the winner of this division is even worthy of being in the playoffs. It no matter who made it. Nobody deserved to be in the playoffs from the South, right? And you can dominate that division. Oh yeah, you gotta go, bro. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gamble, and I know he didn't make the call on Penix. You know that's the GM's call, right? You got coach. You
Who
got
who
coach.
al- who also got fired?
Uh the GM
Yes.
exactly. Y'all gamble like you brought Kirk Cousins in $100 million deal, and you drafted the quarterback, which did not set things in motion right. Right? You gambled on Penix. Not saying it was a bad. I'm not saying there yay on him. I'm just saying he's a rookie. And I expect rookie stuff to happen with rookies, but you're injured, and that was one of the big question marks coming out of college was the injury. Just and what we had, you injured. Kirk Cousins played up towards the latter end when he got his confidence back. He played up, and I just thought that they just played that whole situation wrong, man. I never thought that Kirk Cousins had a chance coming in. You got $100 million, and you got to always worry about your job because they drafted a rookie. I don't want to go into a season with that pressure. I want to go in with saying this is my team, my keys. Let me make my mistakes because he was balling, man. The first couple
Mhm.
games, like the first 4 games when he first came to Atlanta, he was balling. Then he just hit this wall and he just kind of lost his mojo. But Raheem Morris had to go. He had to go. Bye. That was a smart decision. I'm glad Arthur Blank actually bland
Blank.
blank. I was right because you always correct me, man, when I'm wrong. All right, blank.
Mhm.
I'm glad he was able to man to let this guy go because he's just not ready to be a head coach, in my opinion.
I'm in agreement. He was one of the guys that I said should go. But I will say I'm surprised. I didn't think Arthur Blank was going to do it. I thought because he had such a good reputation inside the building, inside the locker room, and them winning the last 4 games, I thought that would be fool's gold. And I thought Arthur Blank would give him another year because he likes to give his head coaches who are on a hot seat that extra year because he wants to be sure. I was a little surprised, but 8 and 9 back-to-back seasons with that roster, I thought since the roster is still going to be good next year, it was time to get in another coach and see what they can do. And the owner basically agreed, but I'm surprised. I thought he should go. I didn't think he would go with
Yeah,
that owner, but he did, which tells me that Arthur Blank had this decision in his mind already, probably a couple months ago.
yeah,
Because the last month all they did was win, and it didn't change his mind. So I give I give him credit for that. Kudos. Hopefully, he's got somebody in mind.
yeah,
I know they always do this big coaching search, and stuff like that. Have your ace in mind and then have everyone fall underneath, or else you should have just kept Alfred Morris to begin with.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yes, I am also in agreement. So who else do you think got it right?
Um, oh, this guy right here, man. He had to go. He had to go. I mean, he had to go. And man, it just once again, it's the situation, man. Um, you have five quarterbacks on the roster, and none of them were potentially the guys. You know, Shador ended up finishing the year out, and that's a big question mark. Is he going to be the guy going next year, or they're going to build around Shador? That's the biggest question mark right now.
Hmm.
The fan base likes him. You know, I think the locker room likes him. I mean, he brings swag and moxie to that team. Gillen Gabriel was a gamble. You know, you didn't stick by him. Um, you started off with Flacco. You know, you traded Kenny Pickett. Like it was just bad. It was just a bad situation, man. And it was just time for him to go. It was time for him to go. I didn't see you got a good defense, a great defense. You had a great defense. You know, Miles Garrett, shout out to Miles Garrett for breaking that record because we knew he was going to get it. Um, I just thought that he lost that identity of the team because he was supposed to be off on offensive guru, but they were terrible at offense. So if you don't do offense very well, um, I don't see the direction team getting any better. It's time to move on, man. It was been time for him to move on, man. And then once again, I thought he should have been played Shador. At least gave him a chance before Gillen. But I get it. You drafted Dylan Gabriel ahead of Shador, and then once Shador got in, you know he's going to make rookie mistakes. That's what happens when you know you wasn't the guy. He had to play for his position. But I just thought it was time to move on, and we'll see, man. You know it's Cleveland, man. I mean it's Cleveland, bro. It's hard to even talk about Cleveland. So yeah. What about you?
I think Cleveland got it right. I think it's not that Stefanski isn't a good head coach. I just think they needed a change there. He was the two-time coach of the year
Yeah.
in Cleveland. But I think they needed a different voice. I think they needed to go in a different direction. I think he needed to go somewhere else. I think he's a good coach. I just think that at this time is not a good situation for him. So I think he's going to be a pretty good coaching candidate, and I also think Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator, will be a pretty good coaching candidate too.
Mm,
So, because he always has a good defense everywhere he goes.
yeah.
He got one shot at head coach. It was in Detroit when Detroit was awful. I think you give him another shot. I think he'll come into it this time more prepared as a head coach than he did last time. So I think both of those guys will be pretty good
Yeah.
head coaching candidates.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And
So,
for him, I think it's a great change for him. I think it's a time for him to go on because I do believe, like you, I don't think he's a bad coach at all. You know, I just think that it's Cleveland, man. It's Cleveland.
mhm.
It's something about Cleveland. Hell, Bill Belichick was at Cleveland, man. So we've seen that it's Cleveland with
And
the
he
New
only had
England.
he only had one good year in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's Cleveland, man. It's Cleveland. Hate to say it, Ohio, but that's
I
unfortunately.
don't hate to say it. I don't
You
hate to
know,
say it
I
out.
think the fan base is passionate, man. I hate to say
I
it for
think
the
the
fan
fan
base.
base is passionate, but
You
get it
know what I
right.
mean?
When
So you
you're
need to get it
bad
right
for this long, get it right. Get it
about
right.
that.
I feel bad for the fans, but I don't
I
feel bad
do.
for the organization. Get it right. Get it right. Every year you've got high draft picks, and they're gonna have
Yeah,
high one again
another one.
this year. Yeah,
Waste of talent.
yeah. Where's the
Waste of talent.
quarterback? Well, oh, we got to see. Let's give it another year and get the quarterback. Get it.
Man, they ain't had a quarterback ever for 19 years straight, bro. Different quarterback. 19 seasons straight. I
The
think
quarter.
last one they had consistently was Baker.
And well, Baker wasn't good as a Brown. They did make the playoffs the one year, but he really wasn't good.
No, he
He's good.
wasn't.
He's good now.
Yeah.
He wasn't good then. He's good now.
It's Cleveland, man. It's Cleveland.
Get
Last
it
great quarterback.
right.
Last great quarterback to have was Bernie Kosar.
Man, is that the last good one?
Name
You,
one.
you don't think Tim Couch was good?
Woo! Yeah, he in the same category as DeMarcus Russell.
You,
and they going to
you,
neck, and they going to run the neck and neck for bust. You know what I mean?
you remember that post game press conference, or not press conference, but he's being interviewed in the locker room, and as he's talking, he starts crying. Tim Couch, you
Oh
remember
man,
that?
no,
He
I don't
started
know that
started
one.
crying. It's like it's hard to be a quarterback here, man. It's hard.
Oh, that's supposed to be my leader. That's supposed to be my leader. Oh man,
Disappointing tear. Anyway,
disappointed dear. Hey
so
man,
who else do you think
got it right.
got it right? I could think of one. Oh, I wasn't thinking him, but I also agree. They got it right.
Yeah, they
Oh,
definitely got
oh
they got.
man, Pete.
Oh
Oh
man,
man,
Pete,
Pete
man.
Carroll.
Oh man, Pete, I thought you was gonna go out there, man, and do your mojo. I thought you was gonna rejuvenate that locker room, that team, and do what you normally do. But man, it's like you got older. You became like the president of the United States going to Vegas, man. You just got older. You know, all the presidents going to the White House, they just get older before the 8 years is up. They just get older. That's how he looked. It's like the game passed him by. So every time his team hit the field, it was just bad. You know what I mean? They got the number one pick, bro. That means you're bad. Terrible. Terrible.
And
It's
they
my brother.
won. They won the
I
last
know.
game.
They
They
won the
still got
last
the number
game. They
one
still got the
pick.
number one pick.
Stupid Giants.
Stupid Giants.
Giants winning their last two games. What a bunch of dummies.
Yeah, man. You could have had some trade bait. You know, that number one pick would have been juicy, but
Hmm.
now you had to win, you cut. It's
Yes,
ah.
I agree. I thought Pete Carroll, his philosophy was pre 2010.
Yeah.
And the game has changed. You got to be, don't draft a running back high in the draft and then not run them. Okay, and don't be, oh, we were down, double figures early in the game. You didn't have a very good defense, but you have a running back. Run with the running back. So yeah, I'm in agreement with you. Let's do one more. One more. They got it right. Want me to help you out? I'll do
Yes,
one.
sir.
What about Jonathan Gannon in Arizona?
Oh man, I forgot to bring my boy up. I got it. I'll bring his image up. But
I
yes,
I I think Arizona got it right.
yes,
He specialized in defense, and defense was terrible for him this year.
terrible.
When you're going downhill, the longer you're in that position, and then what you're known for is probably the Achilles heel now. You gotta go, bruh.
There you gotta
You
go.
gotta go. You're out of here. So
Yeah,
I think they got Jonathan Gannon right.
yeah. Jonathan Gannon was definitely right, and I would put his disappointing X in a box face up because yeah, he lost all control, man. I mean, man, Arizona was just bad. First, we put on Kyler Murray was we knew it was a gamble coming to the season. We get Kyler Murray. Well, we put us right that he wasn't the guy. You're not the guy to build a franchise around. And then,
Hmm.
hey, man, you wearing with Jacoby Brissett, right? He is a career backup for a reason, man. This is what
Career
it is.
backup.
And then you got this guy, and you got this defense where you went out the offseason, you uploaded defense. It's supposed to be a great defense. It's supposed to be, pressure, back end. Yeah, right. They was terrible, like you said, bro.
Terrible.
Terrible. So yeah, you deserve to get fired. So I believe that all the owners that fired these coaches were great, great. The chef bring out some good food. It's a great
Yes.
compliments to the chef. Compliments to the chef because y'all made some smart decisions and bring some new people in there. And some of these teams we'll discuss a little bit later. Some of these positions is coveted, man. Some of these positions
Mhm.
I think that you could go in right now with the roster that's built and you can really do some damage. You know what I mean? And some of them is if you want a challenge, okay. You know what I'm saying? You want a challenge, it's okay.
All right. So let's go to, who do you think got lucky? meaning they kept their job when they should have got fired. Yeah.
I think, I think the face explains it all, man.
Oh my gosh. I 100% agree. 100% agree. I think Steichen got a little lucky too.
Oh yeah,
I think
Stikey,
he
you
got a
got yeah,
little lucky.
he did, he did.
Little bit. I
I
mean,
mean,
that was a bad choke job. Seven and
oh
one,
man,
8-2, and you finish 8-9.
oh man. I mean, it's crazy though. Riley Leonard showed me a little something that last game against the Texans. Um, that's that awkward. Yeah, okay. Hey man, it
He
first.
showed me they can lose close. That's what he showed me. Just like
So
Philip
going
Rivers the previous 2 weeks. Showed me he can lose close.
so going to next year, because Daniel Jones won't be there the first half because of his injury, right? What's up with Richardson? Are we going Riley Leonard? Are we going Richardson? What are we doing?
I'm not going Richardson.
Not going Richardson.
I'm
The
not.
project is done. Put a fork in that
I
project.
don't know who's the starter. I don't think it's going to be Old Man Rivers.
No.
But if Daniel Jones is not ready, which he's probably not going to be, it's either Leonard or bring somebody else in because there's gonna be guys available. Maybe you get Tua.
Yeah,
I think Tua's going to get released. No one's
I
going
do
to
too.
trade for him.
Yeah.
So I think maybe you bring in Tua, or maybe you bring in Kyle Murray. You bring in
Yeah.
somebody, or is Brissett under contract? Brissett's good for a month. He's one of those quarterbacks that's good for a month. He could go back to
Yeah.
Indianapolis and start for a month until Daniel Jones is ready.
You
I
don't
don't
think
bring in Daniel Jones back until he's 100% ready.
you don't think Arizona keeps him? Was that?
I don't know if he's under contract. If it was a
Okay.
1 year deal,
Probably more likely was.
he's going to be
Yeah.
available. So
Yeah,
I
more
don't
than
know. I
likely
mean,
was.
what's a better situation to you going into the offseason in
Oh, Indianapolis.
Indianapolis or
Yeah.
Arizona?
Indianapolis.
Now the only caveat is who's going to be the head coach. Does he wait until he finds out who the head coach is for Arizona before he makes that decision? I think that would be smart.
Yeah. 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 That would be smart. Um, Another one that luck up. Well, now I don't know because we haven't heard no words. So I'm assuming that he is safe for another year. I'm assuming
Mm-hmm.
he is safe for another year, Gil, because I haven't
Mm-hmm.
heard any word about Aaron Glenn being fired. So they might let him do another year and see what he
I,
could do.
I I think they are going to let him do another year, which, by the way, I don't agree with.
I definitely don't agree with
I
y'all.
don't
Y'all was
see
bad. Like y'all
anything that tells me next year is going to be any different than this year.
nothing. What you if you give me a quarterback? No. I didn't see nothing defensively that made me say
Speaking of defense, I got to congratulate the Jets. I got to congratulate them because they pulled off something that has never been done before. You ready?
I'm ready.
They are the only team in NFL history
Oh yeah,
since they've kept track of this stat since 1933. So maybe it happened before 1933, but since they've kept track of this stat since 1933, they are the only team that went an entire year without recording one single interception all year.
wow.
And yet, Aaron Glenn is a defensive minded head coach.
Is he?
And we decided to keep this guy after breaking a record. Breaking a record that no one else can only tie. They can't ever break it, they can only tie it.
Only Woody Johnson. Only Woody Johnson.
What are we doing?
Only Woody Johnson will give this man another year.
I,
It's just
I,
as a
I
Jets
get
fan, I have no hope.
I get he's close to the heart because he played for the
Uh,
team and he
I
was
get
a
that
good
part.
player, but he's a terrible head coach. I don't even think he was a good coordinator.
I don't either.
I think Detroit had so much good going on. He just needed not to be bad.
That part. I said when he came over. I said when they hired him. I said, well, Detroit wasn't outstanding on defense, like
Mm,
and I just didn't. I just never believed that this was the guy. I said it from the rip. He wasn't the guy. I didn't believe he was the guy, man. So when they brought in Eric Glenn, I was like, okay, that's not going to be the answer. Then and I was hoping Justin Fields. I was hoping, just hoping for
me
Justin
too.
Fields to
I
just
was
have
too.
a decent year to be that guy, man. Just because I believe in Justin Fields to an extent, I just felt like he never really got a fair shake anywhere he went. So this was for me, this was his resume builder. This was for me, his chance for him to go in here and demand at the position. And he dropped the
He
ball, bro.
failed, man. He
He
got
fell
benched before he
miserably,
got
bro.
hurt. He got benched.
Yeah,
He got
yeah.
benched for Tyrod Taylor. And I say, hey,
Who
listen, he'll be able to come back because Tyrod Taylor won't last very long. Tyrod Taylor got injured. Justin Fields came back. Just as
terrible.
bad.
And then when with Cook
Awful.
in, and Cook
Awful.
was just a snowball effect all year. And it just got worse and worse and worse. Like it was offensively, then when the defense wasn't clicking, now both of y'all ain't clicking. Y'all let Buffalo beat the crap out of y'all with Trubisky, man. I ain't knocking Mr. Trubisky because he knows that system, right?
Mhm.
But y'all got mollywopped, like mollywopped. It was supposed to be the backups. It's supposed to be a preseason game for the most part, man. You know, and you got destroyed by the second and third string. That's terrible,
Mhm.
terrible.
Mhm.
So I don't see no future for the Jets. I feel sorry for their fans because that product you putting on the field is terrible. Your coach, I don't know how you can go next year and believing that you're going to be able to compete with anybody in your division.
They're gonna
Uh,
suck again. And this is another reason why they should have made a change. They got two picks in the first round. They got the second pick and they got the 16th pick.
they're going to blow them
You
picks.
get yourself a good offensive guy as the head coach. You can take a quarterback at number two.
You're daggone right. Even,
You can
even,
take a
even,
quarterback at number two. Mendoza is probably going number one.
yeah,
Probably. Not
probably.
definitely, but probably. You get this, you give pick of the litter of the second best quarterback. We
Yeah,
thought this year, outside of Tennessee, we thought there would be a big drop off with the quarterbacks that were left, which happened not to be true.
no,
It happened not. There were a few guys that you're like, oh, okay.
yeah,
I might have a few franchise quarterbacks here after
yeah.
all. So I'm
It's a
not going
fact.
to say that it's a one horse race. There might be two, three, four quarterbacks that can qualify to be the second pick. Maybe we'll
I
see the
wonder.
process. We'll see the combine, the Senior
Yes,
Bowl,
sir.
the what do you call that? When they come to your school,
Oh, the
to
pro
what?
day.
What is it?
The pro day.
Your pro day. So
Yep.
they got the end personal visits. Teams can call you for a visit.
Yep.
You have four real chances to show up and show out. I think there'll be a quarterback somewhere that'll do it.
I wonder if the guy from Ole Miss come out, Chambliss. Is he coming out this year?
Well, the thing is more gonna come out from
I
Oregon.
doubt it. I doubt it. I
I
don't know. Hold up. If Oregon win the whole thing, he might come out, which is a
he's
possibility.
also got to look at the draft next year. It's supposed to be a much better quarterback draft. He might he might he might be a better quarterback next year, but fall further down the draft order because
Yeah.
of circumstances, because of competition. Where here, if he comes out, he comes into it
The
at
second.
least
One of the
before all
second.
the workouts, he comes in at number two.
Yeah. And might even perhaps be number one.
Might
For
even
some
possibly
boys.
be number one.
So that might be
Correct.
a lot to pass up, man.
Hmm.
That might be a lot to pass up, man. If I'm guaranteed to go one or two, compared to me staying another year,
And he's going head to head against Mendoza.
yeah.
It's Indiana against Oregon.
Whew. Rematch.
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 Rematch. I still think Indiana's going to win, but
Yeah, me too.
I think Oregon's the second best team. I think whoever wins between Indiana and Oregon
Win the whole thing.
mollywops Ole Miss or Miami. I think they beat the
Miami's
poo-poo
been
out of them.
impressive, man. Miami's been impressive.
So's Ole Miss.
Miami's
But
been
yeah, but
impressive, man.
Miami's been very impressive.
Yeah, I gotta leave my team alone, Gil. That's my team.
Okay.
It's my college team. Gotta leave my team alone, man.
They were the team that almost didn't make it, and
Yeah.
now it
Now
looks
they showing
silly.
you. Now they showing you that they deserve to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Defense stepped up.
You want to do it?
Hey, man, and we got one more coach I want to talk about, man,
Sure.
who definitely got saved.
Oh, Taylor.
Definitely got saved. Um, man, once again, I said I thought that because he didn't have Joe Burrow all year, that they was going to give him another play. And when Joe Burrow came back, he showed somewhat what the offense could do. But I still think that in this offseason, they still got to get the whole line ready. They definitely got to get the defense up to par. So that's a big. They got a lot of question marks, a lot of holes. You solid on receivers, cool. You know what I mean? You got a decent running back. I like Brown as a running back, cool. You got your franchise quarterback, cool. Now we need O-line.
O-line.
We need pressure cookers. We need some guys, hands up.
D-line. We need
D-line. We need some
D-line.
defensive backs. We need a safety.
You need
And we need
linebackers.
a linebacker. We need a lot of holes to fill, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Because, our offense could put up 30 plus a game. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
But our defense is giving up 38. Reminds me early of the Cowboys, who let Eberflus go. And talking to you, because I was like, yeah, good riddance, but you did make some great points. And off of camera, Gil was saying about them Eberflus is the fact that, once again, the defensive guy is a fall guy for why we lose. And it shouldn't be that way because it started with Dan Quinn. He was not the fall guy. We looked very impressive as a defensive unit. Hell, Trayvon Diggs got a contract underneath Dan Quinn, right? Then you bring in Mike Zimmer, which I just never thought the scheme worked well, what he was bringing in. Cool. Eberflus, to his credit, like you say, he didn't have nothing to work with, bro. He had nothing to work with. You trade off your best defensive player before the season started. That's a huge blow.
Right before the season started.
Huge blow. Huge blow. At the time, we had nobody to bring pressure. We must have Williams move until later on, right? Our secondary was just trash. Then we was decimated by injuries, and they just couldn't cover anybody. They couldn't cover anybody. They couldn't cover a 5-year-old little girl running a route. If she was out there running a route, she could cut the ball. 5-year-old girl. A 5-year-old little girl. Okay? We let Trayvon Diggs go. Cool. I'm a fan of that. It's cool. I don't think Eberflus was great at the job, but then again, it's hard to be great when you got a bunch of trash. So, and I don't know who they're going to bring in to this job. I know they need to really bring somebody that's going to, man, I don't know who you could bring in, bro. It's Dallas, man. I don't even know Joe want that position. You know what I mean? So,
well, yeah. I mean, if every year when the Cowboys underachieve and then the fall guy is always the defensive coordinator, why would you want to go?
that one won't go there.
But someone's going to go because it's going to be the Cowboys, and Jerry's going to act like he loves you, and you're the missing piece, and someone's going to, take that fool's gold. So I wanted to do one more, and it's who got screwed. And this is going to be a little bit strange, but this is what I thought.
Okay.
Who got screwed was the Pittsburgh Steelers fans because they kept Tomlin. Tomlin at the end of the game pumping his chest and blowing a kiss to the camera. Tomlin, hey, Mike. You got lucky. The kicker missed an easy field goal. You got lucky. Okay? Really, you were at home. You should have lost. I don't know if they would have fired you or not, but you should have lost. Harbaugh gets canned because he lost that last game because his kicker couldn't make a field goal. His kicker not making a field goal made you go to the playoffs. Straight up. Up. I don't
Straight
know if
up.
you kept your job, but it made you go to the playoffs. So don't be all about it. Please, please. Will you? The
Will ya please?
fans lose. The
Will ya
fans
please?
lose. They get another 9-8 season or 10-7 season, and they're going to get mollywopped. There ain't
Mm.
no way that team is going to a Super Bowl. No way.
Bueno? No, no,
No
no
way.
way.
Okay? And you heard it here first.
Well, because
Um,
them Steelers fans ain't gonna like you, man. But
hey
anyway,
man,
if you
I
think
feel
they
bad
go
for
wrong,
them. I've got the tears because they were disappointing for
say word.
them. I feel sad for them. Now, don't be mad at me. I want you to have better. When did Pittsburgh's when did expectation go to just having a winning record, being one and done in the playoffs?
Mm.
When was the last time they
Well,
won a playoff
hey,
game?
hey, hey,
2016?
hey, Gil, you think it's gonna change this year? We'll get to that. I don't want to even give them a spoiler alert.
Good.
We'll
Good.
get to that.
Don't worry, I'll get to it. I got something to say about that.
We'll get to that.
So let's
So
move on
let's
to
move on.
regular season awards.
Let's get it, man. Let's
All the
get it.
major ones. So we
Yes, sir.
got league MVP,
Yep.
offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, and coach of the year.
Let's get it.
Okay, let's start off with the big one.
The big
Regular
one.
season league MVP goes to,
For me,
yes,
Matt Stafford. Matt
yes.
Stafford. I think that Matt Stafford, man, had a remarkable year. Remarkable year. He was consistent. Um, even though their team finished sixth in the NFC, it still don't matter, man. He had a great year. Matt Stafford put up some huge numbers. He was in control of his offense. He showed you because the question coming into the season was his back. Never was an issue all year. Was his back. And he played out his mind. He balled out his mind, man. He's a dangerous quarterback. He's a quarterback I don't want to face in the playoffs. I really don't. With that core receivers he got and the way he commands that offense, it is not too many things you're gonna throw at him that he hasn't saw. So at this point, I think he played above any level of anybody. Closest one I would probably say that came close to me was Drake May. Drake May. I would pick Drake May, definitely Drake May. It's between them two to me. But I think Stafford edged them. Even though Drake May played outstanding football towards the end of the year. Can't complain about him. He balled. But I'm gonna give this to the old man. That's the only thing he don't got on his plate is that MVP of the league.
I am in total agreement with not only Stafford being the MVP, but I also think Drake May was definitely number two. Definitely number two, which adds to that quarterback class of 2024.
Oh, that's the future.
And it
That's the
adds
future.
it adds which raises the question. Now, okay, it's only year two. So
Okay.
we got to see. Probably should not really ask this question
Okay.
until 4 or 5 years from now. But I'm going to ask it anyway because it's fun. We are projecting. Do you think the 2024 class is or will turn out to be the best quarterback class? The two that are considered the best is the 1983 class that had Elway, Marino, who am I missing? Boomer Esiason, and Jim Kelly. Okay. You got three Hall of Famers out of those four guys, and the other one played a heck of a long time in
He
Boomer
definitely did.
Esiason.
Yes, he did.
I don't know if Bernie Kosar was in that draft, so I don't want to include him. He might have
Okay.
been, but I'm not including him. That's considered the best.
Right.
Second best is the 2004 draft class that had Eli Manning, who's probably going to the Hall of Fame,
Indeed.
Ben Roethlisberger, who's going to the Hall of Fame, and Philip Rivers, who's probably going to the Hall of Fame. Now, Eli won 2 Super Bowls. He's 2 for 2. Roethlisberger won 2 Super Bowls, but went to 3. He's two
Yeah.
for 3. Rivers, his highest was AFC Championship, and
Hmm.
he had a torn ACL, and it was against the 18-0 New England Patriots.
Yeah.
That's who he lost to. And then Patriots won the game, went to the Super Bowl, and lost to Eli. So they finished 18-1.
I mean, it's hard. It's a hard man to. I'm right now. I still got 83. I still got
I
83.
still got 83 as well, but you can
But
see what 2024, Jaden
oh,
Daniels,
oh,
Drake
oh,
May,
Drake May, Caleb
Caleb is coming.
is coming. Bo Nix. I'm gonna put
Bo
Bo Nix up
Nix,
there. Bo
he's
Nix
like a
up there.
poor man's Caleb
Yup.
right now.
Yup.
Right now, he might be a rich man's Caleb next year.
Yeah.
He
But
might
look at it.
be.
But look at everyone.
Um,
Look at all the ones we talked about though.
you still got
Only one.
Penix, and you still got JJ. JJ got hurt again, by the way, that last game
I'm not putting Penix and JJ in that conversation right now, bro.
because of the injuries. Really.
Yeah, so I can't put them in that conversation because I have not seen enough on the field
Mm-hmm.
to make that. I can't put them in the same category as Caleb, Drake May, Jaden, or Bo. Only one that didn't go through a crazy 2 seasons yet was Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm.
You know, last year was a good year, and this
Mm-hmm.
year, say it was better year. They went number one.
All 4 of those guys have now in year 2 have made the playoffs at least once.
Yeah, and I
Bo
say,
Nix twice, and then Daniels last year,
yep,
Drake May this year, Caleb
and
this
here
year.
this year. And I'm gonna say that with Drake May, Caleb, and Jaden got in common is the fact that they 1 year was a bad year for them. They struggled, you know,
Mm-hmm.
got decimated by injuries. Drake May and Caleb was in a fire. They was in a fire with bad coach teams. They had 2 bad coaches. So
Mm-hmm.
they unfortunately their first year was a struggle bus because the coaches were just not good. They didn't have that. They had I ain't gonna Caleb had talent around him. He just had the coaches to make the
Mm-hmm.
talent work. Drake May had the talent. He didn't have it at all. You know what I mean? But he showed us something. And then Caleb showed us too. At times he showed us something. I just
Mm-hmm.
thought last year he tried to do too much.
Too
He could
much.
too
Yep.
much. You know what I mean? So that was his.
Well, they put too much on him.
He did. I mean, he was supposed to look. This Pat Mahomes coming out of college, man. Come on. And even Flus jumped the punch. He jumped the punch. He didn't try to coach him. He looked for him to save him. You saw the Hard Knocks. Hey, you got a
Yeah.
new beard in there. Yeah, I'm a high mighty. Yeah, you got
Look at
Caleb.
the
Yeah,
haircut. Look at the beard.
yeah,
Out
yeah,
of here, man.
yeah.
Nobody
Yeah,
even watched film with him. He's
at
a
all.
rookie, and nobody watched film with him. Come on, dude.
So what do you think? What do you think? Nothing. Nothing. That's what he thinks. Nothing. Coach him. And that's what Ben Johnson did. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Okay. The second award, Offensive Player of the Year.
Now, Gil, I'm gonna let you
You,
go first because yours is better. I'm gonna let you go first.
oh,
Yours is better.
you were
No,
like, oh, it said send them in. Here's mine. I'm not gonna copy off of you.
I forgot, bro. I forgot all about him. That's
Well,
how
let me
bad it
remind
was.
you. Let me remind you. Let me clear my throat. My Offensive Player of the Year is Christian McCaffrey, all-purpose back for the San Francisco 49ers. Between catching and running, he almost went for 1,000 and 1,000. He when that team suffered all those injuries, including quarterback, he was the constant. He got 1,000,000 touches, and he's the biggest reason that they stayed above water and finished the year the way that they did. I mean, they finished 12-5 with all those injuries. Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable.
I
So,
agree. I
so
agree.
it's Christian McCaffrey.
Yours is better. I doubt who. That's not who I picked, but I believe he's going to get it because he deserved it because he was the offense for real. But I went with Jonathan Taylor, man. I thought Jonathan Taylor, man, especially in the beginning, first half of the year, man, he was snapping, man. The offense was going through him, and I just knew he was on pace to win this award because he carried Indianapolis, man. And what happened was the second half of the season, man, when the league caught up to Indianapolis, they just stopped going to him. They went away from him. So I think that by them not going to him as much, it took away from him being able to get that award. But Kizzy came out, and Gil, he was the hottest player. He was in that MVP at one point to me.
He was in the MVP. We were comparing him
Yeah,
to Saquon Barkley last
were
year. But
he
what
was.
happened?
Then
Quarterback got injured,
And then the
changed their
box, yup, change
offense.
the offense. The box got stuffed. They stopped going to him. Put too
Mm-hmm.
much on the quarterback to try to win the game
Mm-hmm.
rather than just have the balance of running through Jonathan Taylor and open up some things. I think Steichen just forgot how to coach. I think the offensive coach forgot how to coach. I think they lost their mind, and once they started to go down, they forgot what got them there.
I think Jonathan Taylor didn't even finish the year as the most yards
Nope.
rushing. He was on pace to set a record.
Yep.
I think he came in number two. I think Cook from Buffalo
Buffalo. Yep.
was number one, and Derrick Henry's right
Derrick
there.
Henry. Yep.
He's
Derrick
right
Henry
there.
came
He's
on
either two
strong.
or three. He was
Yep.
right there.
He sure did.
Yep.
Now, the
Okay.
next award should be very easy.
Very easy.
Very easy.
You shouldn't even think about it.
There's numbers to think about.
Bad
Defensive
team,
player.
good defense, great Hall of Fame resume player. We defensive player of the year, Miles Garrett.
It's a
Set the
no-brainer.
record.
No,
Barely, but he
no-brainer.
set the record.
Set the record. Nobody laid down. He got his sacks. Nobody gave him anything. He went and got it. Okay?
Nobody laid down, but I gotta
Nobody
be
laid
honest.
down and
When
said,
you when
hey,
you look at that
no.
last sack, it looked like as soon as Burrow got touched, he went down. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It wasn't like he got tackled and went down or ripped down with one hand. You see Miles Garrett turn in the corner, he reaches and touches him, and then you see Burrow just go down. I'm just saying. No fault to Miles Garrett, just like no fault to Strahan when he sacked Brett Favre. But Brett Favre went into business for himself. I kind of feel like Burrow 50-50 on it.
Man,
Look at the replay. Look at the replay
man,
and, and tell me.
If Miles Garrett bearing down on me and I see that sack is coming, clear cut sack, my man's beat. My man's beat. Man, you ain't gonna kill me, man. You ain't gonna kill me, man. No.
All
And
right.
I'm about to get the sack, to break the record in an emphatic way. No. I was called a business decision. That's called a business decision. And I would have took the same business. It wasn't like Brett Favre, who clearly it wasn't like, oh, he beat me crazy. No, you lay down deliberately so he get that sack.
Yes.
No, this
It
dude
was.
was
It
beat.
wasn't that. It wasn't that
It
kind of
wasn't
sack.
that. No,
I'm
this dude
just
was beat.
saying, it's like as soon as he made contact with
Man,
his fingers, he went down.
man,
And
nobody
I've
want to.
heard this expression, going into business for yourself. But I thought when you signed the contract, that's when you went into business for yourself. I'm just saying. I'm
I'm
just saying.
saying, I'm saying I don't blame that man for not getting smashed by Miles Garrett because that dude's a big guy. He's a strong guy, and the offensive lineman was beat. He was beat.
He was beat.
So what you gonna do? You could feel the heat coming. You could feel that heat. Step up, strip smack. Man, it was just a bad day. It
I
was about to happen. But if you want to be technical, I guess he laid down semi.
I just I just felt like it wasn't a sack. It was like you said, a business decision. Like I'm not getting hurt the last game of the year. I'll lose to the Cleveland Browns,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to get hurt the
Nah.
last game of the year. Anywho, all right,
Okay.
so we're in agreement there. I think we're in disagreement with this one, unless you changed your mind again. Offensive rookie of the year.
No,
Who you
I'm
got?
still, I'm still with my gun, man. I'm going with my main man, man. I'm gonna go with Tyler Warren, man. I think Tyler Warren, man, put up some good numbers for the tight end position. He snapped. Once again, I think the only thing that might affect him not getting is the fact that the offense went away from him because they ain't had a quarterback to give him the ball. I don't know why you don't go to your tight end. It makes it easier for your quarterback. I just don't know what they was running in Indianapolis after a while, man. It was hard to define who they was running.
Mhm.
It was bad, bro. Like they had
What
no
was their
identity.
identity
They had
after,
no identity.
Daniel Jones went down?
They had none. So
Mm.
they lost all sense of, and that's why they went on that terrible slide. They forgot who they were.
Hmm.
But I know that ain't who you got.
That is not who I got. Now, I'm not saying that your guy wasn't good, but you're right. They started to go away from him. And I think something else that happened, which shouldn't be related, but I think might be related. This is me talking now, nobody else. I think for 2/3 of the year, everyone was like, "Oh, Indianapolis, they got the right tight end. Tyler Warren fell on their lap. They got the right tight end. Chicago picked the wrong tight end if they were going wrong tight end." Have you seen Loveland the
Loveland
last few
snapping.
weeks?
He was
He's
snapping, bro.
become the number one receiver on the team.
Yeah,
The number one receiver.
yeah.
Okay, on a team that's got a bunch of receivers. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, like, they might have been like, no, maybe Chicago did get the right tight end.
Never
Maybe they
doubted that
did
one.
get the right tight end on that one. So, no,
Never.
I'm not going Tyler Warren, but I am going to go another Tyler. I'm going to go Tyler Shuck, quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. He has played so well. Not only do I
Yeah,
think New Orleans won't be in the market for a quarterback,
yeah.
I think not only did they find a franchise quarterback, I think, this is me talking, if they were to redo the draft next year, I think Tyler Shook would have went number one.
Hey, man. Kalen
Number
Moore
one to
knows.
Tennessee.
Kalen Moore knows quarterbacks. I mean, I know. I don't know if Kalen Moore was in on the Tyler. I
Mhm.
believe he was. I believe he was in them drafting Tyler Shuck because he knew who he could work with. Man, I gotta give Kellen Moore his credit, man. You know, he knows quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Because Tyler Shuck definitely came on in the latter end, man. He was yes. So if he got it, he definitely stole it towards the end. You know what I mean? Because I had Tyler Warren up until that point, like you were saying, bro.
Mhm.
Um, if he gets it, he deserved it. I believe he deserved it because like you said, we thought that the Saints, for the most part, was a bad team all year, but towards the end, they didn't make the worst team. They were not the worst. They were
Nope.
not the worst, Gil. Did not finish the worst
Or the second worst, or
or
the
the
third
second worst.
worst.
No, they weren't Vegas. They weren't
Right.
the Giants who dumb behind won some games, and they definitely wasn't the Titans or the Jets.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Ugh. All right, let's move on. Defensive rookie of the year. We saw this one the same.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes, sir.
same.
Yeah.
Now I know you got to kind of be a fan of the Cleveland Browns to really pick up on this guy because he's not a sack guy, he's not an interception guy. He's a linebacker, but he's a good linebacker who gets a ton of tackles. Carson Swessinger
Yes, sir.
of the
Carson
Cleveland
Wentz.
Browns.
Yes. And I'll bring his part
We
up
we
later on.
we we both agreed on him. Now, I think Abdul Carter, I think he might turn out to be the better player.
Yeah.
He's got some immaturity problems.
Yeah.
I think James Pierce Jr. had a very good year down in
Yeah.
Atlanta. But as a team, they really had a lot of talent and
And,
underperformed. So that might be held against him. But Carson Schlesinger absolutely did the job.
he
Did the
did.
job.
He did. He did. He did.
He's
Yes,
the
he
he
did.
it's Miles Garrett, it's Ward, it's Schlesinger. Those are the three top defensive
Yep.
players on the
And we
Cleveland
thought
Browns.
Mason was going to be the one, right?
We thought, yeah, Schlesinger, they got him early in the second round.
Yep.
I mean, Graham is still pretty good,
Yeah.
but that's what he is. He's pretty good.
Yeah. But
He's pretty good. Schlesinger,
Schlesinger, oh, he snapped. Oh, he was a problem.
yeah,
He's a problem. That was a
yes,
steal. That was a steal. That was a steal. That was a steal for Cleveland, man. That was a steal.
very good player. Could be a great player.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Especially playing with
we
great
agreed on
influence.
that one. Now this one we disagree on.
Yeah, we disagree.
Let's do, and I think we can both make very good arguments for our guy. You
Yes,
first,
sir.
coach of the year.
Coach of the year for me. I got the coach of the year, man. And I'm sorry I switched up on you, bro, but I think he deserves it. I got Liam Cohen, man.
Oh, you did
I
switch.
switched up on you, bro. I
What
got
the
Liam
heck,
Cohen.
man?
I
Will you
got Liam
change your
Cohen.
mind in the last half hour?
I didn't mean no because I was going to upload my other guy, which was for America. You don't know. I was going to pick Mike McDonald from Seattle, which isn't a bad choice. But
Mm-hmm.
with Liam Cohen, I thought about it. What he was able to do with Trevor Lawrence in that team, that's a dangerous team right now. That is a dangerous team. Like if this matchup that's going to happen this weekend, man, is no guarantee. They're dangerous. Like Trevor Lawrence has been playing like the best quarterback in the second half. He's the best quarterback that's been playing. I don't care what you tell me. He is. He is killing jokers, man. So this dude he did something that no other coach could do. That was the biggest question coming to the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Outside of what
We,
Sam
we were
Darnold,
we were talking that he might be a bust.
we did.
We were saying that they made a mistake giving
Yes.
him that contract.
Now we're talking about no.
Now it looks like a bargain.
No. Jacksonville has won that division. Been rolling. They're balanced defensively, offensively. ATN is even balling out of his mind, man. This is coaching, bro. This is coaching. So, and once again, Mike McDonald in Seattle, he deserves it too. Honestly, might get it.
That's the number one seed.
Number one seed.
Number one seed, and in a tough division, they were the number one seed.
Yes, they were. Sam Darnold's not a bust. Sam Darnold is their guy, but the defense is outstanding. The defense. This ain't boom.
And he's a defensive minded head coach.
Yeah, this ain't
that's what it looks like.
This ain't the Legion of Boom, but these Bulls are fast, man. They come for you, man. They got a nice defense out Seattle, and then they just got NSGB, whatever the guy, that Smith
Jackson Smith Jigba.
Yeah, that guy destroyed it.
Fantastic year.
Destroyed it. But we'll go to your guy because I think your guy actually might get it.
Well, let me say this: your two guys that you picked, well deserving. You got McDonald, who number one team in the NFC in a tough division. You got, culture change. It's only his second year, and he's the youngest coach in the league.
Yeah,
youngest coach in the league in his second year accomplished that. So that's a good pick. Obviously, I like Cohen. Cohen, he is the antithesis of a culture change. Yes. And he also proved with Lawrence that you can't just judge, especially a quarterback, after a few years. We did that with Baker Mayfield. He turned around and he's a stud. We did that with Sam Darnold. He turned around. Now he's a stud. 2 excellent years for Sam Darnold on 2 different teams. And now you got to say it's the quarterback, not just coaching. It's the quarterback. Because with all due respect to McDonald, he's a defensive guy. He did not keep Sam Darnold at this level. Sam Darnold's better this year than he was last year. And he had more offensive weapons last year.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact.
And he was very good last year. He was better this year.
That's a fact. So he's a legitimate threat. Legitimate.
100%. They got the number one seed, not in spite of Sam Darnold.
It's crazy.
He did his part. He did his part.
They played better on the road than they did at home.
Yes, they did. They only lost once on the road.
But the road goes to Seattle, so it's only going to be home games.
Yes.
It's only going to be home games. You know what I mean?
It won't be a home game if they make the Super Bowl. But then again, the Super Bowl's in Santa Clara where the 49ers play. So that's not super far. That's not super far. Fans can travel.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's not super far. But anyway.
So who's your guy?
My guy. Now, people are going to say I'm a homer, and that's fine if you want to say that. Maybe I am. My guy is Ben Johnson. And I say Ben Johnson for two reasons. Number one, they went from last to first in 1 year, and they did it, in my opinion, the toughest division in the league. Why the toughest division, Gil? What about the NFC West? This is the toughest division, the NFC North, because they all had a winning record. There was no gimme in that division. There was no Arizona in our division. There was no Raiders in our division. There was no Jets in our division. Okay? Pittsburgh won their division by winning that last game of the year by getting 10. Uh, NFC South, Carolina won the division by another team winning and then finishing 8-9. Losing record won the division. Bears went from 5 and 11 to 5 and 12 to 11 and 6. Green Bay, after they made that trade, they were favored to go to the Super Bowl, right? They finish uh 10
Nine. Yep, 10 and
6 and 1.
1. Yeah.
Minnesota finishing third, 9 and 8.
Yep.
And
I think
the
the Lions.
Lions finishing fourth, who was expected to win the division prior to that trade with Micah, also finished 9 and 8. Everybody had a winning record. No other division had that. And the Bears won that division. They won it. Okay? Yeah, they had a 2 and 4 division record, but that division was a bunch of killers. Straight up. Straight up.
Straight up.
So that's why, in my opinion, he might not get it. Ben Johnson deserves to be Coach of the Year for my Chicago Bears.
Before we get to the final end cap of our program, let me ask you this, Gil.
Mm-hmm. I got a question for you. Let's see if it's the same question.
Of all the positions that's open right now,
same question.
Which one, in your opinion, is the most coveted one, or the best situation to go to, and which one is the worst situation to go to that you just unless you want a challenge? If you want a challenge and test your skill set, which one do you think that is just is not something that's desirable, but if you like projects, it'll be a great project?
Oh man, there's more than one, probably more than two openings that I'm not in love with. So let me go with the positive.
Okay.
I would say prior to Sunday, the best job opening was going to be the Giants. Between the media, and it looks like they might have a franchise quarterback if he can stay healthy. I don't love that they kept their GM. I don't love that. But since you're going into it with some talent on defense that underachieved, and a quarterback, and they're going to get Neighbors back next year. They're going to get Scatterboo back. I think, and New York, you get the New York media, New Jersey. I think that would have been number one. Now I think it's number two. But to me right now, the number one coveted that I would want that's open is Atlanta.
I'm in agreement.
Because Atlanta's got the most talent. They've had a lot of talent for 2 years. I'm going to assume this offseason they're going to add some more talent. Now, I will say it looks like the owner, because he's getting old now, is starting to lose some patience. He's not giving you as long of a rope that he once did. But that being said, you take the Pepsi Challenge and you see, I think we're gonna have Kirk Cousins next year. I think we're gonna have Penix next year. So we're gonna have a couple quarterbacks that can do the job. We've got Bijan Robinson, one of the top running backs in the league. We've got a great number one wide receiver.
Yep.
We've got a tight end that looks like the right system, the right quarterback play. He's a stud. They got a good offensive line. And on defense, talent-wise, they're much better than they were a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I would still add talent. I could just see Arthur Blank saying, going into the draft. What are we weak in? It's defense. What positions? Pass rusher, secondary. Okay, give me two of each. I want two pass rushers and I want two guys in the secondary. That's what they did in the first round. That's what they did in the second round. So they addressed it. He'll do the same thing again. What do we need? We need a number 2 wide receiver, and we can use probably another guy on defense. Linebacker. Okay, get me two. I want you to draft 2 wide receivers, and I want you to draft a linebacker and a defensive tackle. I want 2. And you're going to say, okay, that's what I'm going to do. What's the new GM going to be like? No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I think Atlanta next year, and especially in that division, I think got to see who the coach is going to be, and who the GM is going to be. But I think they've got the best talent, and
They
they
do.
don't need to search for a rookie quarterback or buy someone off the street. They got 2 guys under contract. Let them battle it out, and let whoever wins go into the season as the number 1 guy. I would expect that to be Kirk Cousins, by the way.
I would
That's who
too.
I would think.
I,
Now
I'm
you're
surprised
now
that I'm surprised you would say Baltimore.
well, so there's this rumor going around that because what's his name? The
Lamar?
quarterback's contract, Lamar's
Yeah, Lamar.
contract is so big, there's going to be a big hit going to hit Baltimore next
Mm,
year. So they're going to have to try and use one of the R words, restructure his contract, which means Lamar's going to have to say, yes, I'll take less next year and get more in the back end. But that's never smart because what if in a few years from now he gets cut?
yeah,
So he's going to say, not only do I say no to that, I want to restructure my contract so I get more on the front end. More. I want more per year. He can do that. Now he's under contract. He won't win that leverage, but he also could say, well, I'm certainly not taking less. You're not going to do that to me. You're certainly not going to trade me. You're certainly not going to release me. So you may have me for making more money, but I got you for making less money. And why is it again that after the game when John Harbaugh got asked, "Do you want to try again with these guys?" and he said, "Yeah, of course. I love these guys." Natural reaction, right? But
right.
then when they ask Lamar, he says, "Hey man, I don't know. I can't think about next year. I just lost this game." That is not a ringing endorsement at
Yeah, and then he
all.
threw a water bottle at the Ravens logo when he went in the locker room.
Mm,
Mm,
that is not the leader. You're probably still going to have Derrick Henry next year. You're probably still going to have Lamar. But is he mature enough? Is Lamar going to stay healthy enough? He's already been dinged up a few times in his career. And again, not that I want to blame this loss on him, but it's another big game, Lamar Jackson coming up short. Now they didn't even
yeah,
make the playoffs.
they made the playoffs.
They didn't even make the playoffs. And I know you don't really want to blame him. He did make those plays in the last drive and stuff like that, but that's what comes with the position. You get
Yeah,
all the glory. You know what I'm saying?
gonna
When
get
you
all the blame.
win, when it's a team game, you still get all the glory. And the agony of defeat falls on your shoulders too.
Well,
It
you
is
could have did this play. You could have did that. You could
yeah,
have did.
yeah, yeah.
It comes with it.
Yeah,
That's
he
why
was
you
good
get
in the
paid so
fourth
much money.
quarter, but why wasn't he good in
Yep.
the first quarter? Yeah,
That's why
they
you get
all they
paid so
all
much.
count.
That's why
So
you get paid so much money, man. That's why you get
so
paid so much.
before we go to the clubs that I don't want to go to, who do you have as your 1 or 2 top teams that
I
you
was in,
would go to?
I was in agreement. I was in Atlanta. I was in
Uh-huh.
Atlanta, and I'm with you too when it comes to the Giants. I think both of them positions is especially with the media and Giants and the bring back, they're trending the right way. So they're definitely trending the right way. You get Malik neighbors back. You give them some more weapons. You got your franchise quarterback. I think if you could keep him upright and just have him more secure in the offense, you bring an offense that could cater to his skill set without him having to always take off. Yeah, get some yards, but you don't always gotta play running back. We got a running back, bro. You gotta do all
Mhm.
that. I think if you can play to his skill set, he has an arm. I mean, he threw down in Ole Miss. Don't get it messed up, bro. He
Mhm.
threw down in Ole Miss. Okay, he was scorching jokers down there in college, so he has an
Mhm.
arm. Okay, yeah, man. And to be able to bring New York, the Giants back, why not? In Atlanta,
That's one of the marquee franchises in the
yes, sir.
league.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And just like Ben Johnson, Chicago, you was bring back the gridiron, the monsters of the midway, man.
It
You know what I
changes the
mean?
league. It
It
changes the
does.
league
It does.
when the Giants and the
Yup.
Bears are relevant.
Yup.
It
It do.
changes the league. They're one of
It
the
do.
oldest franchises. They got tremendous fan bases. There are just certain teams you don't want to go through a lull. The Jets don't have the same fan base as the Giants. I grew up liking the Jets better than the Giants, but the Giants are one of the marquee franchises.
Yeah. And when they booming, yes, their fan base is,
when
is
when they're
real.
when they're
It's
relevant,
real.
they are. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a different league. It's
it
like
is.
it's like the Knicks in the NBA.
Yep. It's different. Like
It's
once, yeah,
different.
you're right. You're right. Once the Knicks are relevant,
It puts a
it makes it,
shine
it
on
makes
the
it different.
NBA.
'Cause that's the
Puts a
Mecca
shine on the
basketball.
NFL.
It's the Mecca.
Yeah.
It's the Mecca. And the Mecca ain't for other teams to come shine. It's for our team to shine. You know?
Hmm.
And Atlanta just, I always say they got the pieces. They got the pieces. You know?
They don't need much.
They don't. They don't. So if you bring a good coach in with those pieces in that division, oh shoot. Because I'm not sold on Carolina being the future yet. I don't know. I'm not
Hmm.
sold yet. I'm not sold.
Hmm.
But I am sold that Atlanta can run away with it with the right coach. And then once them balls in Atlanta get the rocket, man, you know them Atlanteans definitely loyal to their fan, to their. I'm telling you, I've been down there. They go crazy for Atlanta, man. You know, they just remind me not as bad as Eagles because Eagles fans will turn on their own team. Atlanta won't turn on their team. Don't care how bad they play, they won't turn on them. And as far as on the flip side, the
A
team
bad job. You're like, I don't want any part of that.
right now that's out there, man, I don't know because Vegas, there's some pieces out there. I would say Vegas.
Vegas.
I want to be jumping at the Vegas trip. I mean, you got some pieces. You got Genty, you got Bowers. If I was done, I'd deal Max Crosby, but for now, you got Max Crosby.
I
But
would
that's it.
definitely deal him because
I
they
deal
need
Max
so
Crosby.
much. You're
Yeah,
going to get at least one first rounder for him,
for sure.
and his
For sure.
contract will come off the books.
I mean, you'll get the number one quarterback, but they're going to struggle. I mean, those are going, whoever, I don't care who come out one, you're going to struggle. You're
Hmm.
going to have a year like Ward. It's going to be a
Yep.
struggle bus.
Hmm.
So, that's a position I'll have to have patience, and I will have to have owners who's going to have patience with me. Pete Carroll just got smoked after one season. That's not very
Hmm.
tempting for me to come in and you ain't even get this dude a year. You give him a year, and I don't know what kind of expectations that you expect because you might jump up on a hype train thinking that this rookie quarterback was coming and just save this franchise, and I don't want a short leash when I'm trying to build something. So that's a position that I wouldn't want to go to. That'd be number one on my list. I guess two would probably be. I mean, Arizona got pieces. I ain't gonna say Arizona; they got pieces out there. Um, I think it was I think it would be Vegas right now because I'm trying to think who else got fired.
Cleveland. Cleveland got fired.
Oh hell no! I mean, you got defense out Cleveland though, so you can build around that defense. It's just the offense. If I go in, my main concern, nah, man, it's Cleveland, man. I can't. But between Cleveland and Vegas, they just
Okay.
can't get it right. They just can't get right. They cannot get it right. I don't know if you ever watched this movie called Life with Eddie Murphy. It was a guy
Oh my
named.
gosh, that's a great movie
Okay,
with
I'm glad you watched
Eddie
it.
Murphy and
Yeah,
Martin
Martin
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Oh
Remember,
my
remember,
gosh, have
remember,
I seen it?
remember, can't get right.
I love that movie.
Remember, can't get right.
Yeah.
That's Vegas and the Cleveland Browns. They just can't get right.
My gosh,
You can't help them if they're a little slow.
hey, you should have asked me, hey, did you ever see a movie called Shawshank? Yeah, yeah, and it was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Ever see a movie called Forrest Gump? It was
Yeah,
pretty good.
I don't know,
Life.
man. I don't know
Oh
if
my
show
God.
like that.
Dude,
I don't know if show like. I'd
first of
ask.
all, Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, I've liked for a long time. Long time. And that movie, them together, fantastic. I like them both together in Boomerang.
I did too.
I love Life. That's like if we did a top 10 list of hidden gems, movies that everybody says is good, but they don't talk about it unless you bring it up. Life would be on that top 10
For
list.
sure. For sure.
Everybody, I don't know anybody that's seen it and said, "Oh, that was a good movie. That was a good movie. That was a good movie. Like borderline great movie." I love that movie.
Yeah, that
You
was
just saying, you ever see Life? Like, F yes. I've seen it.
that.
Yes.
That's the equivalent of the Vegas and Cleveland. They just can't get right.
Okay, well, I understand your points, and I think Vegas needs a lot, and they need a lot more than a quarterback that hits the ground running. And Cleveland probably doesn't need as much, but they need quite a bit. But I don't pick either one of them because
Okay.
if you get Cleveland right, Cleveland again is one of the upper, I'm not going to say top, but upper franchises because of longevity, right? And their fan
Yeah,
base. The Raiders are definitely one of the upper franchises. If you
that's
get it
right.
right, there is an extra shine on the NFL. When, I consider the Raiders like Pittsburgh. When they're
Yeah,
good, it's an extra shine. When the Cowboys and Giants are good or Washington is good, it's an extra shine,
yeah.
right? Maybe even the Eagles. But I would say out of the four, the Eagles would be last. I know Eagle fans are going to hate me for that, but I would say Cowboys, Giants, Washington, and then Eagles.
Great.
But all four are, highly regarded. But to me, even if you get Arizona right, so what? Who cares?
Yeah,
I mean, outside of that, that pocket of Arizona, and there's a lot of people there.
yeah.
You leave Phoenix, you leave that pocket, you go outside the state. Who's in who is an Arizona Cardinals fan?
That's a good point there. You're
Who
right.
cares if they're good?
Nobody cares. Even
If
with a
they're bad, is that so they're bad?
you're bad. And if they're good, that you're
And
right.
if they're good, so they're good. To
Even when they had
me,
Kirk Cousins in them,
oh,
they was
to me, only Kurt Warner made them a little
I mean Kurt
relevant.
Warner. I'm sorry, like Kurt Warner. When they had Kurt Warner,
A,
it was like,
a
okay.
little relevant, a little bit. That's
Yeah,
it. I never
yeah.
cared about them. When they were in the NFC East, when they were with Dallas, Eagles, Giants, Washington, didn't they seem like they were the stepchild? Like all four of them are pretty equal. And then you had Arizona playing each of those teams twice a year, having to go out to Arizona. Ew. Ew. Remember how terrible that stadium was? Ew.
Oh yeah,
Now
yeah.
they got a real nice one,
Now they
but
got
the one
nice.
before
Yeah,
that was awful. It was
yeah,
awful. Who cares? I wouldn't want that Arizona job.
yeah. You
Plus,
got
they need a quarterback. So
need a
now you're
quarterback.
looking to take a job where it's not a big fan base. Now, maybe you don't get the pressure that you would get with Cleveland and definitely the Raiders. You got to remember now, minority owner is Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Tom Brady is all about winning. He's all about winning. So you don't get a long rope with the Raiders. Maybe you get a longer one with Arizona, but who cares about Arizona, really?
I
So,
agree.
so Arizona to me is the worst job. They need a quarterback, and they don't even really matter. You turn around Cleveland, you get a statue. You turn around the Raiders
Yeah, you
in
might
Vegas.
you might get a Hall of Fame. You might get a Hall of Fame jacket. You know what I'm saying? For
You
real.
get your number retired in the
You definitely
Raptors.
do. You definitely do. And you're
You t-
right.
you turn you turn around Arizona.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm, all right.
All right.
Okay
Congratulations.
then.
Hey, it's like when Milwaukee Bucks win a championship. It ain't the same as when the Lakers won.
Couldn't have
That ain't
said
the
it better.
same.
Couldn't have said it better. Or Boston.
Or Boston. It
But
ain't the
both on
same.
the East
It
Coast.
ain't
It
the
ain't the
same
same.
parade. It ain't the same parade.
Right. Like
Now, the final leg of what we do. It's that time, brother. You know it's that time. It's our picks and predictions. It is wild card weekend. This is what we all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. You already know, Gil. Let's get it going, man. You know what it is, man.
it's time for picks and predictions for Super Wild Card Weekend in the National Football League. Let's
Let's
go!
go. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Crack-a-lackin'. It starts Saturday. The 12 and 5 Rams. Oh, 4:30 on Fox. The 12 and 5 Rams travel to Carolina. The 8 and 9 Carolina Panthers. This is a rematch, and Carolina won the first time, believe it or not. So if the Rams had to play anybody, or let's say the Panthers had to play anybody, they're playing a team that they've already beaten this year. The Rams on the road, however, are a 10.5 point favorite. The total number is 46.5. Brother man, you go first.
Man, like I just said before, this team lost but won. You had a chance to just decide your own fate. Beat Tampa Bay. You ain't got to worry about Atlanta helping you out and you staying up for that Saints and Atlanta game and praying that they win. I didn't care who won between them two. If Tampa Bay got in, oh well, they came in bad. Carolina came in bad. The Rams had an off game when they played Carolina. I'm not gonna overthink this one, man. Give me them 10.5 with the Rams. You know, they set this for a reason. And I think Matt Stafford, we got him as being the MVP. I think that the Devontae be back. Puka is a beast. You can't guard him. And I think that um, McVay will have a game plan because you ain't gonna beat him twice with the same thing. Okay, we're gonna put a lot of pressure on Bryce Young to make us prove that he is that quarterback. Stop the run. You gotta go touchdown with touchdown, which I don't think they can do. So I'm saying 10.5 with the Rams. It's a lot of points for a playoff game, but let's be honest, I think they could cover it.
Mm.
And I got the game on to the under.
Okay, well, I sort of agree with you, but not really. Uh, I am picking the Rams to win, but that 10.5, I am not going to ignore it. And the Panthers did win, and they are at home. So give me the Panthers
Oh,
with the number, but I
you fooled
still
me.
think the Rams win. And by the way, my second offensive player of the year was Puka.
Me too.
He was my second guy. Missing a game, and he had the year that he had. And when Adams went down, Puka's the one that started scoring the touchdowns. And Adams is expected to come back this game. So I think Rams win. I don't think they covered a number, but I think they look good. So give me the Panthers. And I'm taking the under as well.
All right.
All right, the next one, which will either make or break my weekend. Best believe that. Saturday night, 8 o'clock, Amazon Prime Video. Let's do it a third time, people. As the 9-7-1 Green Bay Packers will travel to the Windy City, the second city, the city of broad shoulders, the 11-6 Chicago Bears. The Packers on the road are a 1.5 point favorite. That's basically a pick 'em. And the total number is 45.5. Game number 1, Packers barely won. Game number 2, the Bears barely won. The rubber match, I got to pick my team. I have to.
You got to,
It's
bro.
probably going to be close either way.
You got to.
The Packers might be the better team, but I'm saying the Bears will be better Saturday night. Not by much, but I do think they win. So the Packers obviously don't cover the number, and they may only win by a point. They may only win by a last second field goal. But give me my Chicago Bears to win and advance to the next round of the playoffs. Caleb Williams, the Iceman cometh. And I'm taking the over on the 45.5.
Man, it's going to be a matchup, a great matchup between two teams that know each other. It's a new old rivalry with new faces. Man, it's going to be hard going to Chicago and playing them. I'm going to go with Green Bay. I hate to go against your team, man, but I'm going against Green Bay, man. I think how Josh Jacobs going. Obviously, no Mike is there, so that's a huge difference. But Jordan Love, man, is a gamer. He's a gamer, and especially if you get a rhythm, man, he'll kill you. So I'm gonna go with Jordan Love and the boys. And I got this to the over. It's gonna be a great game. I think Caleb is gonna do some killer things, but I just got Jordan Love just outplaying him.
It's funny because you got Jordan Love. Caleb Williams is playing great. But to me, the team that runs the ball the best is going to
Yep,
win.
gonna be the one to run the ball is gonna win.
Whoever
Here.
runs the ball the
Yep,
best and wins the line of scrimmage that way
yep,
is the team that's going to win.
yep.
And not that it matters, or maybe it does, but also remember the Packers picked on Diggs, Trayvon
I think, yeah,
Diggs.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He
So I
did.
don't know if that's going to help them or not.
I don't know
I don't
either,
know.
but I
But
think, like you said, it's gonna come down to the running backs. Honestly, whoever runs the ball better in the trench wars, that's what's gonna come down to. I think that the quarterbacks will make some plays, but it's all about who can establish that run.
and the Bears are expected to have Roma Dunze and Kyler Gordon back for that game. So
It's gonna be a good one.
just saying. And if they lose, yeah, I'll be pretty depressed. If they win, it'll be. Let's move on. Let's not make it about me. But we need the Bears to win. Moving on. Sunday, 1:00, CBS. We have the 10-5 Buffalo Bills at the 13-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. I think this is going to be a banger. You go first, my brother. The Bills are a
Man,
1.5-point favorite on the
yeah, it's
road,
gonna be a good game.
and the number is 52.5. It's
It's
a
gonna
big
be a
one.
good game, man. But I'm gonna shoot the dice, man. And I think, man, we don't get it done this year. It's got to be his year. I'm picking Buffalo. I'm going Josh Allen to be Josh Allen, to do what Josh Allen do. And I'm not taking none away from Trevor Lawrence and them boys, man, because I think they'll come out fast. I think they'll come out strong like they did before in past years. But I just think that Josh Allen and the boys will have a better second half, and then that game will get away from Jacksonville, and I got it to the over. So give me Buffalo to the over.
Wow. I don't think this happened all year. So far, we're going to go 3 for 3 disagreeing. Disagreeing because I am taking Jacksonville. I think they by far are the more complete team. They're at home, and normally you would say, well, clear advantage goes to Buffalo with the quarterback. And listen, Josh Allen is great. I think he's the second best quarterback in the league right now, still. But Trevor Lawrence, not far behind. The way he played this year, top 5 quarterback in the league this year. They're a more complete team offensively, defensively, special teams. At home, Cohen, the coach, I think he's better than Shane in Buffalo. I do. I think he's a better coach already after a year. Give me the Jaguars to win outright. And not only am I taking the over, I think both teams are going to put up points, but I think Jacksonville's going to put up a billion points. I also want to take a moment to congratulate my good friend, Hardcore Holly. Holly won our fantasy league. Holly puts the league together. It was a league of 40 people, and she won it legit. And she is a loud and proud Jacksonville Jaguar
Okay.
fan. Every time I hear her on the radio, on the NFL channel, she is all about the Duval. So shout out to Hardcore Holly and her Jacksonville Jaguars, and she refers to their quarterback as Sunshine, not Trevor Lawrence, Sunshine.
Sunshine.
So
Okay.
congratulations to Jacksonville Jaguars, Sunshine, and my good friend Hardcore Holly, who won,
Hey,
came in first
it,
place
it, it,
in our fantasy league.
isn't Sunshine off Remember the Titans? The quarterback?
Yes,
Yes.
the backup quarterback who
Yep.
became the starting quarterback.
Yep. Yep. Sunshine. Yep.
Well,
That's what I
and
thought.
by the way, I believe Remember the Titans, best sports movie of all time. Best
Uh,
sports movie of all time.
I got Hoosiers. I got Hoosiers.
And well, Hoosiers, I thought Hoosiers were great, but the offense was pretty simple. Pass, 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 shoot. Pass, 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 shoot. Pass, pass, pass. Make sure everybody gets the touch of the pass and then shoot it. Not real. I think anybody could have come up with that kind of offense. I like Gene Hackman. I thought it was a great movie. Remember the Titans. Whoa. Whoa. Fantastic. And Snoop Dogg agrees with me. He thinks it's the best sports movie, too. So that's got to carry a little weight. It's got to carry a little weight. Mr. D-O double G agreeing with me. That's what's up. Holla at your boy. Moving on. And by the way, that could be the best game of the week. Bills
Yeah.
Jaguars. Because a lot of people are going to say this is the year for the Bills. No Lamar, no Patrick Mahomes. Who else? No
Some new dogs.
Burrow.
Some new dogs in town, though. Some
That's
new
right.
dogs in town. Some new
That's
dogs.
right.
There's
That's
some
right.
respect on their name. That's all I'm
Put
saying.
some respect on their name.
Yes.
Jacksonville Jaguars. All right. 4:30 on Fox. We got the 12-5 San Francisco 49ers, who I said at the beginning of the year was going to make the playoffs. I said this is one of those teams that's going to bounce back and make the playoffs. I don't remember if you agreed with me or not, but that's what I said.
You did.
They almost finished with the best record. They are on the road, however, to take on the division-winning 11-6 Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are a 4.5-point home favorite. Total number 44.5. Who went for? I'll go first. Now you know how I am with Eagle games. I'm usually wrong. I'm going to take the Eagles at home because they're a more complete team. I don't love their offense. I heard that they're getting their right tackle back. So their offensive line should be a little better. But the 49ers are all offense. Their defense, and they lost the backup middle linebacker.
Yeah.
So now Fred Warner and his backup are out. So I think that defense, who doesn't normally get a pass rush anyway, unless you blitz, and even some of the times they don't get a pass rush anyway with the blitz. I just think they're going to be too offensive minded. I don't know if Ricky Pearsall is going to play because he's in and out. He didn't play last week. He did play the week before. So I don't know. And I just think the Eagles are a more complete team. I don't love the Eagles. And I'm not talking about personally. I'm just saying I don't love them this year. But I think they're more complete than the Niners. I don't think it's a great matchup for the Niners. I could see the Niners winning, but I think the Eagles are going to win. And I think they're going to cover. So give me the Eagles with the 4.5. I don't think there's going to be a ton of points. 44.5. I'm going to take the under.
Man, we are totally in disagreement.
Yes, 4
I
for
like
4.
I like the Niners, man, for the points, man. And if I'm taking the Niners for the points, obviously I'm gonna take them for the over. So give me the over. I think the Eagles still offensively, man, still got a lot of problems, man. I don't think they solved it. They don't run through Saquon. Even when they do run through Saquon, they still not blowing people out. You know what I mean? And San Fran minus the Seattle game, which is a hard game because defensively Seattle's better than Eagles. You know what I mean? And Seattle plays better on the road. So I'm not gonna let that one game fool me. Brock Purdy was playing on his mind prior to this game. And yes, the competition wasn't as great, but he did go beat you boys. And you boys ain't bad. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take them points on the road. And like you saying, man, Christian Mike, we say the MVP or Offensive Player of the Year, he might take over this game, put a stamp on the game, man. Brock Purdy play out his mind. He's not injured. Okay, I'm gonna take them points to the over.
Well, personally, I hope you're right. And I think if their tight end Kittle plays, that makes a big difference too.
Yes, sir. And
So, but I'm
you
going to
don't
stick
like
with
it,
my
Eagles? Comment. Eagles, you don't like it? Comment. I don't care.
comments.
All
Spread
you
the
gonna do is
hate.
say the
Go
Cowboys
ahead,
hating
make
on
make
y'all.
make fun of me. Just remember, I picked the Eagles. I picked them. So if you're going to make fun of me, remember, I picked them. All right, so we're in disagreement 4 for 4. The 8 o'clock game, Sunday night, NBC, Peacock. We have the 11-6 Los Angeles Chargers at the 14-3 New England Patriots. I think I'm going to surprise you with this pick, but it's your turn.
Oh man, I don't think you're gonna surprise me at all. I think man, in the past, man, the Chargers have been just a letdown spot, and then all I hear is about the old line being messed up. But man, I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert and them boys, man. I'm gonna take them points. I think they might steal one, man. I think they may knock off the number 2 seed. This might be the upset of the weekend. I think that the Chargers with that run game going strong and Justin Herbert playing good ball and them having it going from last year when they was playing Houston, which was a tough matchup last year, and then they lost that game, which they could have won. I think, man, this is like 3 years in a row where you don't repeat yourself. It happened twice. I don't think you repeat yourself the third time. So I'm actually going to go against the grain. I'm going to take the Chargers. Crazy as it may sound.
The Patriots are favored at home by 3.5,
Yes.
and the total number is 46.5.
I'm going to the under because it's going to be a ground pound game.
We are actually in total agreement. I guess the only difference is I'm picking the Chargers, but I'm picking the Chargers not to lose by 4. I still think the Patriots win. I think
Right.
Chargers are going to be up in the first half. I think the Patriots are going to come back and win it. So give me the Chargers with the number, but I think the Patriots win the game.
Okay.
And we both agree on the under. So we're in agreement. Now, I guess the only difference is, do you think the Chargers are going to win, or are you just playing a number?
I think they got to steal one out there in Foxborough or Gillette Stadium, whatever.
Gillette, right? But it
Yeah.
is in Foxborough.
Yeah, it's in Foxborough. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Patriots win, but I think the Chargers don't lose by 4. And the last game, Monday night, ESPN or ABC, you choose. You got the 12-5 Texans on the road. I mean, they are the hottest team in the league. I think they
They
won
are.
9 in a row, 8 in a row, 9 in a row.
Yep.
They are favored by 3 on the road at the 10-7 Mike Tomlin's Pittsburgh Steelers. Total number 39.5. I will do this one, and I have a feeling you're going to agree with me. Give me the Texans to win and cover at Pittsburgh. And congratulations to the Texans, because every time they make the playoffs, they usually host that first game, and it's usually the first game of the playoffs. It's usually the 4:30 game on Saturday that gets the lowest rating. They're going to get a much better rating by playing on the road Monday night. Give me the Texans to win by at least 3, and I think they're going to put up a good amount of points. 39.5. Give me the over.
And we in
Taking a little chance with that. Give me the over. Texans.
on this game, we a total agreement, man. I'm going with better team. Uh, Pittsburgh. They stole one because the kicker missed the daggone field goal. They do get Metcalf back, so that's a huge weapon. But that defense in the Texans, man, they got a serious defense, man. I ain't seen Aaron Rodgers might surprises, man. This dude might come out, man, and do some vintage Aaron Rodgers stuff. But it's hard when you got Hunter and you got Hunter on your top, and what's
Anderson.
and is it Henderson?
Anderson.
Oh yeah, yeah, Will Anderson. Yup, man, you got them on your top. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's a hard pill. But the only downside is that the offense of Houston, is not a dominant offense. But I like Stroud in his position, though, man. I like Stroud in his position. I think he go in there and get a win. And Houston, one of them teams I wouldn't want to play. So yeah, give me Houston, man. To the over. I agree with you to the over.
All right, so the last two we are in complete agreement, but we disagree on the first four. So that's good. That's
Yes,
for
sir.
us, that's very good.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Because we agree 90% of the time. So I know it's too early, but right now, making a prediction, I'm not going to say winner. Who do you have representing in the Super Bowl, NFC, AFC? Because I got my two teams.
AFC side, I got the Rams. I got the Rams.
That's NFC.
I
NFC.
mean NFC, I got the Rams.
Uh-huh.
AFC, I got Buffalo. Then they're gonna get past. So I got Buffalo. I got Buffalo and the Rams.
I hope you're right on the AFC part, but I think the Jaguars are not only going to win, I think they're going to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
I think they're going to the Super Bowl, but they're going to play the team that you picked. They're going to play the Rams. They're going to
Wow.
play the Rams because I think offensively they're fantastic. Defensively, they're very good. Now their special teams, they fired their special teams coach only a couple weeks ago. So that's a little late in the season to try and clean that up. It's the only thing that gives me cause for pause. But I think the Rams and the Jaguars, because I think the Jaguars on the AFC are the most complete team.
They are the most complete team, though. Like
Everybody
I
else
said,
on the AFC, they have something that I don't love.
hmm
I don't. The Chargers so many injuries, especially on that offensive line. Patriots, they don't have really good pass rushers. They have a good team defense, but not a great one, and they don't have pass rushers that make me nervous. And who else am I missing? Bills, I don't like their defense at all.
yeah, that's
Pittsburgh's
for sure.
defense, Jacksonville, they were good against the run.
Good against the
They're
pass.
pretty good pass rushers. They got a Josh Hines Allen, who's very good. And they got good special teams. They got good offense. And Trevor Lawrence has never looked better. And
Yeah,
they came in second in the year in interceptions. You know who came in first?
Houston or the
Bears came
Bears.
in first.
Okay.
Bears came in first, and Jacksonville came in second in interception. So if you're good against the pass by getting turnovers, and you're good against the run, that's a pretty complete defense. And their offense is clicking. So I got Jacksonville and the Rams in the Super Bowl. I am not ready to pick a winner because I got to see how healthy both teams are going into it. So that's my Super Bowl. But anyway, anything else you want to add
Oh
before we
man.
sign off?
Just thanking everybody, man, that's subscribing, man, that's becoming a fan of what we do. We thank y'all very much for your comments, man. And once again, man, we open for any type of opinion. This is our opinion. We friends like you are. And I know we have some passionate fans out there, so we mean no disrespect to anybody's personal club. We just talking our stuff, man. I get it all the time. I'm a Cowboys fan, man, so I get the heat for being a Cowboys fan. It's cool. It's all in fun, man. I'm not getting the check for this, man, from the Cowboys. I'm just a passive fan, so I get the passion. Let's keep it respectable, man. That's all.
For sure. I ditto every sentiment you made. Want to thank everybody for tuning in to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. You can catch us next Tuesday right around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And we are on the Box Office Buzz 302 channel. I want everybody to stay healthy this weekend. Enjoy the games. Remember, like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell a friend. It's all good in the hood. So, from my main man, Larry Loper, I am Gilly Rosari saying enjoy the games, stay healthy, and we'll catch you next week. Deuces, y'all.
Peace.